Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today's Inspire podcast. We've had so many incredibly memorable podcasts, but this one is one that I am so excited to let you know that we are live from New York for today's Inspire podcast. And I am so excited to be joined today by two incredible leaders and an incredible company that is partnering with Integrity. At Integrity, we partner with so many incredible leaders throughout the industry with life and health protection. But what we found is that Americans have two major concerns as they get older. It's about their life and their health. And depending on where their health is, depends on how they would rank that. And what we want to do is holistically serve all of our customers with their life, health, and wealth planning needs. And so we have partnered with an incredible company called Gladstone Wealth Management, which is founded in 2012, which is a massive registered investment advisory firm that serves people with their retirement and wealth planning needs. And I'm joined here today by Rick Frick, the CEO of Gladstone Wealth Management and the founder of Gladstone, Mr. Rob Hudson. Guys, we're so excited to have you guys here. Thank y'all so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
I mean, we've become friends over the last year or so. We've spent a lot of time together, really talking about our passion about serving others, really this passion to make sure that we're comprehensively serving our customers, our clients, when they're making sure that they have the right insurance needs, their life insurance, their health insurance, their long-term care insurance needs. And then as we've continued to evolve as a business, our customers have been asking more about wealth planning. So we've continued to expand and invest heavily in the annuity market to make sure that we've got great annuity options for our agents and agencies to make sure that they can serve. And then today, this incredible announcement to really kind of bring this full circle so that we can have holistic planning with our wealth planning partners with you guys. So thank you guys for joining us. I'm so excited. If you guys don't mind, tell us just a little bit about the business that you founded, Rob.
Sure.
I'd love for you to just give an overview about the business that Gladstone's in today and maybe even some size and scale about it as well.
Yeah, sure. So just a little bit of background on it. The core reason why Gladstone was created was to be the launching pad for independent financial advisors that at the time didn't have many options. So that was back in 2012 is when I launched Gladstone, did a few years worth of research in the independent space before actually doing it. And what was obvious was the independent space was relatively fragmented at that point. Now it's grown leaps and bounds over the past 10 years, but that was the core of it. And the core of it was create a business that I would have looked to join when I was looking to go independent, provide me services that I currently have now, but the in the space didn't really offer, and see if advisors would go that route.
So now you started Gladstone. You had already been very successful in the wealth management business. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the wealth management side, and then what kind of led you to this, and then also why you think holistic planning with not only wealth planning, but also insurance planning is so important.
Yeah. So I had some very, very good training early on. And so when I had graduated college, I had posted my resume on Monster, and a gentleman who worked at a large wirehouse reached out to me. And I was 22 years old at the time. And he said, Rob, tell me about yourself. And I said, professionally or personally? And he's like, anything you want. And so we had this nice conversation.
How long you got?
Right. I mean, yeah, right, exactly.
I like long walks on the beach.
Exactly, all of it. All of it. I hit him with everything, right? So we had a really nice phone conversation. I went in for an interview, and he took me through the process on what it takes to be a financial advisor, or at least his opinion on what it took to be a financial advisor. Gave me a math test, which I passed. Gave me a personality test, which I failed somehow, which is, I guess I don't have a personality, right?
That's not true.
But that happened early on. And one of the things he asked me was, do you have wealthy family? Do you have a rich uncle? Do you have a rich aunt that can help you seed your business? And I said, no. And then he asked, well, how are you going to grow it? And I said, well, cold calling, right? You make 400 calls a day, you get one person. He's like, well, that was the way that they did it back in the 80s. It doesn't really work that way anymore. And if you do get someone interested, once they find out how old you are, they're just not going to trust you with your business. So he said, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying not right now. Yeah. And so he sent me to a call center, which was a really great move on his part, actually looking out for my best interest. And I spent 5 or 6 years there. I got industry training. And then from there, went to a bank channel to try and give it a shot, being a financial advisor. And, when I was at the call center, it was a main focus on wealth management. But the funny thing is there was really nothing to do with life insurance, right? And so when I went to the bank channels, when I first got my life insurance license and my annuity license, and it's a great place to have a life and health license. And from there, my business really, really took off.
So by getting your insurance license, why do you think that by you making the decision, because one of the things that we hit it off from the beginning about was this idea that you understood this holistic planning idea, that if you had your insurance license, your life and health license, you could better serve your customers. Why do you think that was the moment that your business kind of took off there?
You said it best, because if you can offer more products and services to the same people, it's much easier to offer more products and services to someone who's already a client than it is to go out and find the next client. So you could service them better, you could spend more time with them, and you could really focus on those relationships. And within a very short period of time, about a 5.5-year period, I went from zero to over $100 million or so of assets under management. And there was no way that I would have been able to do that without comprehensive financial planning and an insurance license.
Wow. One of the things we talk about here at Integrity all the time, that this is a people business. It's a relationship business. And one of the things that you're talking about is really the basics of what we talk all the time about, is really making sure that we focus on one person at a time, build great relationships. And it's more important to do that than just try to serve the masses. Well, that even though we have the size and scale here at Integrity today, one of the things I think people underestimate is how individualized we are about making sure that our customers are treated like family. My parents are customers. My family are customers. And it's important for us to look at them as real people. And that's one of the things I just love about the idea that you had about how do we also bring more people into this market. And the insurance business kind of morphed over the last few decades into more of an independent model as well. And that's really what you guys have been able to do in the wealth planning space, which is so exciting there. The other part is, I want to say, I've had a lot of our partners here at join me on this podcast, and there's two really common threads. It's about being humble and hardworking. And I love what you talk about whenever you talked about joining your call center, and you said, look, I'm maybe not the smartest guy here. I may not be whatever, but I'm going to outwork everybody. And that's what I think has been so important. And we've also had a lot of partners, including myself. I did a podcast about this, about not doing very well on an aptitude test. And I don't believe in those standardized tests because I'm not good at them. So if you're not good at them, Rick, you just don't believe in them, right? You just don't do that.
At least you have a personality.
Turns out they were wrong, bro. It turns out they were wrong for both of us, because you certainly have the opportunity and you saw this opportunity. Now, Rick, you joined in 2018 as the CEO of Gladstone. And Gladstone is a massive wealth management company. You have over $13 billion of assets. You have advisors all across the country. And I think it's important to realize whenever you see your business continuing to grow, and you had the foresight of bringing in Rick to say, hey, let's put some structure around this so that we can grow even faster. Rick, tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started with that and how you guys met.
Yeah, no, that's great. The meeting story is very interesting. So I started as an advisor also, like Rob did in 1994, just threw a telephone book in front of me and said, get after it, right? So I didn't come from a background of money. We all grew up just working hard, and I came from an athletic background where Wall Street was the closest thing to athletics in my mind. So when I graduated college, I walked down the street and I went in all the big buildings and went to the Wall Street firms and said, hey, I'm here. So I got lucky to get a job. I was 24.
What does that mean, that it was the closest thing to athletics? Because we have a lot of former pro athletes, and we have an Olympic gold medalist, we have a Hall of Fame quarterback, we got a lot of athletes. But I'm interested in what that means, that it was the closest thing.
So in my mind, I guess it could be my personality, the type A, aggressive, want to help people, want to compete. So I think on the insurance side and in the wealth management side, when you start out as an agent or an advisor, it's a competition.
Yeah.
No one's just giving you a business and saying, here, it's yours, and you'll be rich for the rest of your life. Prove it.
Every day.
Start from the bottom. You got to wake up every day, work harder than everyone else, work smarter, do the right things. I always tell my advisors, whatever you like doing, just do more of. Because when you do more of something you love, you're just going to wind up getting more clients or more customers, right? So just keep doing more. So I grew my business, and in 1999, I decided to go into management, and I was sponsored by one of the Wall Street firms. And since 1999, I've been in larger firms' management structures, ran ultra high net worth business, and I was a senior leader across a couple different organizations. But we met in 2018. It was actually coincidental. Rob was talking to one of the teams that worked for me about going independent. So he was trying to steal them from me, right? But they actually said to him, hey, if you wanted to scale this business, you should talk to Rick. So Rob and I talked over a 6-month period, and then I joined in December of 18.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man. Well, it's been remarkable to watch your growth. And then over the last year or so, as we've become friends and we really started kind of thinking about what could we do together, it's been remarkable to continue to watch how you guys attract more people, how you serve more Americans with their wealth planning needs, especially in this kind of economy, right? This economy's, there's a lot of things that are happening in the economy today that make you a little nervous, right? Inflation's up, interest rates are going up, the stock market is who knows what, right? But for us at Integrity, we believe that really making sure that we can bring the Wall Street services, the Wall Street type of expertise to Main Street, the Main Street that we serve on a daily basis throughout America. We believe we really owe it to our customers and our clients throughout the country and frankly our network of agents to show them, just like you learned about if you got dual registered or dual licensed with life insurance and health insurance and wealth management experience and securities license, that you could better serve people and you could accelerate your growth.
It's so true. We, in the wealth management side, we feel every client and customer, the basics should have a financial plan. Yeah. But they don't. So we're not all doing it the right way. When I first got licensed, the firm I was at, you had to get every license. I had all my insurance licenses, but I was not an expert in it. I didn't have a partner in it. I didn't have anyone to refer clients to from wealth management to. So I had all those licenses, but I never used those opportunities except for maybe some annuities, but didn't do estate planning, insurance, financial planning early in my career. I think the opportunity of us all coming together is going to be an amazing ability for our agents and our advisors to work together to help better serve everybody.
I think people talk about it all the time, and a lot of people have tried, and I think it's a lot easier said than done. For you to really provide holistic planning, this comprehensive idea of planning to make sure that we're helping people with every aspect of their life, health, and wealth is super important to me. It's something I'm really passionate about because I think about my mom and dad, or I think about myself, right? I want to make sure that I've got trusted advisors, and there's just a few of them, but I want to make sure I've got holistic planning so that you're thinking about every aspect of that so that we can make sure that we're really, truly helping people. Not because if you're only focused on wealth planning, you forget about life insurance, you're forgetting kind of a leg of the stool, right? If you only focus on health insurance, but you forget life insurance, if there's 3 legs of a stool, that's one of the things that make this so much more powerful and more sturdy. And that's where I think that the idea of us coming together with life, health, and now wealth, it's a much more sturdy plan. It's something that everybody can really rest on and make sure that we can give more peace of mind to all of our customers.
In the wealth management space, we speak of it as wallet share. So it's how many products can a family use that you can serve them properly. But when you run a financial plan on it, you do not know their insurance background, right? So you're not putting it into their plan. So by pulling all this together as Integrity partners, as Integrity employees, and all of us working together, the wallet share that we can command from America as an organization and help people together by it all blended is amazing. The upside is just phenomenal.
Dude, it's such an exciting opportunity, I think, for all of our partners to come together. And, we've added some incredible partners recently, even. I mean, with Patrick Bet-David and PHP that we announced a few weeks ago, just the incredible partnership there. We've added Ash Brokerage recently with the life insurance side of the house to make sure that them and Line Street and others are able to really serve people from a holistic viewpoint. With Ritter recently with the Medicare side and I could go into a lot of our partners, bringing in Tom Dempsey, our Chief Distribution Officer, who's got experience in all of these areas to make sure that we can make sure that we're better serving people. And then even last week, we brought on a Nexus Group, which is the largest distributor and developer of annuity products in the U.S., which is another exciting opportunity for us to make sure that we've got our customers and our clients completely covered, no matter what that is. It's really about kind of almost being like, you've got to look at your customers as you're the ones that are there to protect them, right? If you think about your clients, and this is one of the things we talk about all the time here at Integrity, is that this year we'll help over 3.5 million people plan for their life, health, and wealth needs. And these are real people. These are people who need these products and services that might not have access to the best healthcare coverage, or they may not have access to the best products and services on Wall Street today. Sure. But now combined, we can make sure that we look at each one of those individuals as individual people and make sure that we're holistically serving them and protecting them with every aspect of that. And I think that that's something that's ingrained in me from childhood, frankly, to make sure that you look at people and make sure that you treat everyone with respect. And I know that, Rick, you, even in your childhood, you saw that firsthand. And I understand you not only wanted to protect people, but you were even a lifeguard at one point. You got to tell us about that.
No, that's awful. At a low point in my career. In college, my junior year, I started lifeguarding in Avalon, New Jersey. So I was a lifeguard.
So you're on the beach, you're like Baywatch.
Baywatch. 6 days a week.
6 days a week. Yeah,
they only give you 1 day off.
You had to have the best freaking tan in the world. It was like, it was probably the best job you ever had. You might not have made much money, but you made a lot of memories.
It was a lot of good memories.
Did you have red?
It wasn't Baywatch, it was blue. We were blue. We had to wear blue.
So blue, Integrity blue.
There you go.
So it was meant to be.
Life, health, wealth, and how to swim out of a riptide.
Listen, I talk about this all the time, that there's a great book called The Blue Ocean Strategy. If you think about business being played on two oceans, one is the red ocean. It's like this shark-infested waters, limited resources, limited opportunity. People think about just control and things of that nature. And if you're around the red ocean, I mean, it's bloody, chummy, gross, scary. You just want out of there, right? But if you look a little further away, like if you're in a helicopter and you rise up a little bit and you see that there's all this blue ocean out there, and it's unlimited opportunity, unlimited demand out there, that we can serve so many more people. And that's this idea of integrity here, is how do we kind of take you back to your lifeguarding days, but also focus on, look at how incredible this blue ocean opportunity is. I think that there have been very few people who have been able to pull it all together. I think it's a noble profession that we're in combined. And if we can really look at ways to better serve people comprehensively with their life, health, and wealth, we're going to really help Americans in a way that probably we could have never thought about doing on their own. So you guys had a ton of opportunity. First of all, you're an incredibly large, successful company today that are leaders and really pioneers in this independent wealth management phase of this industry. And you could have done anything. You certainly could have stayed, growing on your own. You could have found, investor. But whenever we met, we talked about this opportunity. Rob, you were the first one that you're like, look, when I was at this bank, I got my life insurance license and it changed everything. We could serve so many more people together. Tell me why you guys thought that partnering with Integrity today, why are you excited about that, and why do you think that that'll help you even grow faster?
What was absolutely obvious after the first time we met is how aligned our values are and how our business models actually line up. It was very, very similar.
It was shocking.
Shocking.
For me, it was shocking.
Shocking. And as Gladstone had continued to grow, you're right, we are a very fast-growing organization. But we know that in order to continue to grow, that we were going to need to, at some point, partner with someone else to help take us to the next level. And once we had our first conversation and then our second conversation, we just knew that it was going to be Integrity. So the people here, the culture here, our conversations, we keep on going back to holistic planning, but you can't stress that enough. And there's different levels of it. So what's funny is, when I speak to some advisors, I tell them that I'm AHIP certified. And they don't even know what that means. They have no idea. But when you are, it means, and if you have a client whose money you're managing, and they're about to turn 65, they're not coming to you for help with Medicare or they're going somewhere else. And if they're going somewhere else, then you always have the risk of, so it all goes back to that. And not just your platform and your process, but the way that Integrity has actually executed on your plan was just very impressive, and something that, after our first conversation, that we both wanted to be a part of.
For me, as you mature in the business, you realize what it's really about. And I think you say it well all the time. Anyone who's an agent or anyone who's an advisor, when you first get into this business, you need to have that passion inside that you're actually doing it to help someone. Yes, you making money on the outside is great, and you can get your family and provide wealth for people. But the whole focus of our industry and what we should be doing is helping the rest of America save for retirement, have a financial plan, have an estate plan, have life insurance needs taken care of, have their Medicare covered, right? So it's about servicing the client. And when we met you, the focus of life, health, and wealth was so passionate, and what you wanted to see in the future, that taking care of America, for me, took me all the way back to when I first wanted to get into the business and why I'm doing it. Right? Provide for your family, provide for people, but also take care of your clients. So it was an instant, attraction for me, and I was ready to go.
Same with us. I mean, it was one of those things. We sat down, we started talking, and immediately we started talking about the possible, right? I mean, it wasn't about like, what is this, how do you guys make money? That's all a byproduct, right? It's a byproduct. It's all about how do we serve people better. And it's one of the things that I'm so excited now to have you all as partners, for you to not only meet all of our partners and look at ways that we can better serve them, but look at ways that we can continue to transform the way that Americans receive their life, health, and wealth and insurance needs and protection needs. This is such an incredible, noble opportunity and profession that everybody wins. Everybody wins in this type of relationship. And when you find those type of partnerships, those are ones that get you really excited about how do we look for ways to better serve people together. So guys, we could not be more proud to be your partner. I can't wait to see where we're going. I don't think any of us have this visibility that we can see so far ahead of us. But I think in retrospect, one day we'll step back and go, man, we were able to bring incredible wealth planning solutions to everyday Americans. We were able to provide amazing life insurance and world-class healthcare coverage to all of our customers and clients throughout the U.S. And we really did truly help a lot of people. And that's what gets me excited every day, is looking for that opportunity for us to serve more and to help more people. And if we can always have that same passion, there's no limit to what we can accomplish together. It is truly all blue ocean. So thank you guys for joining us. We're so proud to be your partner. Hopefully now you can see why I'm so excited to welcome Rick and Rob to the Integrity family and the entire Gladstone family to the Integrity family. We're going to accomplish so much together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. Thank you again for everything you guys do. Hope everybody has an amazing week. God bless you all, and I can't wait to have this announcement go out, which is going to be a huge announcement for us to better serve Americans with their life, health, and wealth planning needs. Thanks again. Have a great day.